For decades, a job in America meant security, a paycheck, a routine, a future. But in 2025, that contract has broken. Across the nation, hundreds of thousands of workers found their roles gone. The companies they trusted, the systems they believed in, were changing faster than they could adapt. This is the story of the U.S. job market.
Looking at the U.S. economy, if we're seeing unemployment tick up to just about 4.5%.
The November jobs report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics released this week showing some staggering numbers in unemployment.
AI has already come for our jobs in ways that we're now seeing play out in the headlines of all these tens of thousands of people that are being laid off.
The unemployment rate rose to a 4-year high last month.
The slowing U.S. job market has made looking for work nearly impossible for many Americans.
Some say that America is working again, but thousands are still searching for opportunity, searching for security, searching for hope. One company announced layoffs, then another and another. By spring of 2025, the pattern was undeniable. America was facing one of the largest waves of job cuts in recent history. From Silicon Valley to Main Street, thousands found themselves without work, wondering what happened to the promise of stability in a modern economy. The year 2025 will be remembered not for a financial crash, but for a silent restructuring. Companies across every industry, tech, retail, logistics, and even healthcare, began trimming their workforces, citing efficiency, automation, and artificial intelligence. Overnight, jobs that were once deemed secure are now gone. Many workers found themselves in a job market that looked nothing like the one they left.
New this morning, data from payroll giant ADP shows small businesses are starting to crack amid a weakening economy and rising costs and fickle consumers. 32,000 jobs were lost last month, largest monthly drop in 2.5 years. Private employers have shed jobs in 4 of the past 6 months.
October 2025 alone saw more than 153,000 job cuts, the highest total for that month in over 20 years. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate in August 2025 stood at 4.3%, representing 7.4 million Americans out of work. In that same month, tech companies cut over 33,000 positions, a significant jump from just 5,600 the month before. The labor market is shifting from a no hire, no fire era to one where job security is suddenly fragile. Job security has shifted from will I get hired to will I stay hired. Big companies like Microsoft announced layoffs of more than 15,000 workers. The layoffs span multiple divisions, including sales, gaming, product engineering, and management layers. UPS executed the largest workforce reduction in its history, 48,000 jobs, including 34,000 operational roles and 14,000 management positions. Target trimmed about 1,800 corporate roles, and Amazon eliminated 14,000 corporate positions, largely tied to automation and AI-driven restructuring. Cost cutting, automation, artificial intelligence, strategic restructuring. These aren't corporate buzzwords, they're the engines powering today's sweeping layoffs. Cutting costs remains the number one reason companies cite when announcing job reductions, but the second most common driver is now artificial intelligence. In October alone, companies announced more than 31,000 AI-related job cuts, signaling a dramatic shift in how businesses operate. AI doesn't just eliminate entire roles, it reshapes the work itself. Jobs once handled by teams of 10 can now be managed by 2 people in an algorithm. What previously required human judgment, coordination, or creativity is becoming increasingly automated. Artificial intelligence is no longer the future. It is the present, reshaping who works, how they work, and whether they work at all. According to a 2025 report from the Society of Human Resource Management, about 23.2 million jobs, that's roughly 15% of U.S. employment, have at least had half their tasks automated or subject to risk of automation. Globally, projections show that by 2030, Up to 92 million roles may be displaced, but 170 million new roles could be created, resulting in a potential net gain of 78 million jobs. Yet for many workers in 2025, that future feels distant. What matters is today, and today many are losing ground. Layoffs are only one side of the coin. The other is the time it takes to land something new. According to recent surveys, about 34% of job seekers in 2025 report that their search has lasted 6 months or more, a significant jump from previous years. The average job hunt now stretches roughly 20 weeks for many U.S. workers, and while the median time for employers to fill a role is around 44 days, many workers are going far longer without securing an offer. What this means, even as you apply, even as you interview, the job market isn't moving at the speed it used to. Being unemployed has turned into a longer, more uncertain chapter for millions, and the process itself has changed. Job seekers describe being ghosted repeatedly, submitting applications that never receive a response, or going through multiple rounds of interviews, only for communication to suddenly stop. In many cases, the same role is reposted online days later, leaving candidates confused and discouraged. Companies increasingly post jobs not because they're actively hiring, but to build pipelines or keep future options open. This has created a false labor market where the number of job postings doesn't reflect actual hiring. For job seekers, the emotional toll is growing. The modern job search has become unpredictable, drawn out, and often dehumanizing. The new gatekeepers aren't people, they're algorithms. Resumes are filtered before a human even sees them. Skills are compared to machine expectations. So the message is, it's not about losing a job anymore. It's about not getting in the door at all. Behind every job cut is a story not of numbers, but of people. When a paycheck disappears, so does stability. Rent, groceries, gas, everything becomes a calculation. In 2025, the average household savings dropped more than 30% compared to pre-pandemic levels, leaving millions vulnerable when layoffs strike. The hardest part isn't always the job loss, it's the silence that follows. Weeks turn into months, applications vanish, and hope becomes another thing workers must fight to protect.
Biggest jump since 2003, biggest number of layoffs announced.
As America stands at a crossroads, one truth is clear. The job market of yesterday is gone. Mass layoffs in tech, retail, manufacturing, logistics, and corporate sectors have reshaped the workforce in ways we haven't seen in decades. Now, one question looms over the workforce. If layoffs are becoming the new normal and technology continues replacing millions of jobs, what does the future of work truly look like?